each other.
Tell us what we're doing.
We're walking. Walk.
It is a beautiful Sunday, actually. It rained all morning, but the rain stopped, and now we have this gorgeous 50-degree weather and sunshine and warm air blowing.
In February.
And our 4 boys, all we have here for boys is James back there.
James!
James, say hi.
And Papa.
The other 4 boys are at their grandparents' house. So we're taking a little walk out here to see.
Reading a book.
Yeah, Elsie's like, I'm not walking, I'm reading. To see what Jason's been up to.
And
Yesterday.
Leo.
Yesterday they did some work out here in the woods, so we're gonna, I haven't seen yet, so we're all going to see together what they did.
Which doesn't look like a lot, but it was a lot of work.
I'm sure it was. I see evidence. Did you cut all of these down yesterday?
All but 2.
Wow,
3.
great job.
I know.
Yeah, well, actually, there's more that we cut down that isn't over there, so yeah.
Tell me what you're doing out here in this clearing.
Yes! This is the kids' playhouse / my office. You see the little lines here? These are the corners of the building.
There is one corner.
The structure itself is going to be kind of similar to our chicken coop.
Yes.
It is going to be a playhouse primarily, but right now, since our big house is not built, on those days, sorry it's so windy out here, you might not even be able to hear me. Oh, wait a minute. On those days when Jason works from home, he'll be able to come down here and have quiet.
That's right.
You know, once our big house is finished, then he'll have an office in there, but for now, this will be pretty nice to have a little retreat in the woods.
Right.
You're getting
And
fussy,
yeah,
huh?
and you know, it's kind of my thoughts is that we would have the ability to host people even
could
while we have
sleep
the
in
small
here.
house. Yeah, right.
Yeah, this would be a cozy place.
Or just like a bunch of people if
Look
we
at
have
that
a
girl.
gathering or whatever. Belle.
That's a dangerous tree, Bella.
I know, it's foul.
You should find a real tree to climb. I mean, one that's
Opposed to
attached.
the fake one.
That one.
So what's the next step? You cut down trees that you're going to use for posts?
Yep, there's only one more hole that we need to dig out to make bigger. And then we will stick the posts in the ground, put concrete on them, put boards, make sure they're straight up and down, and then start building. So we're gonna build a instead of a slant roof like our chicken coop, we're gonna build a pitched roof.
A pitched roof and a little loft space up above.
This is 16 feet from corner to corner. So probably come back and say, okay, 10 foot of that, and then 6 foot will be all the way to the ceiling, which will kind of have a cool effect.
I'm cutting your head off, sorry.
Okay.
You're standing up and I was looking at the ground.
Yeah, so.
We are not professionals, folks. I was talking to my girlfriend about YouTube actually, and she said, I can't believe you have time to put videos out. And I said, well, I don't do it perfectly. I just record them and put them out there because if I tried to do it really nicely and all my videos perfectly, it wouldn't happen. So
80%.
80% is what you get.
That's
and
good
then
enough.
and you all are so gracious that you don't seem to mind that we're far from
Is this a real tree?
perfect. Oh my word, Isabella Kreke. I don't think that's a good idea either. Look at that thing shaking in the wind.
Hold on, let me help you, honey.
No! It's shaking.
Bella.
Hey, she could do some tree topping.
She doesn't need any more falls. She had a fall off her horse last week.
10 feet off the ground.
How? Are you having fun though? She's coming down. She said forget that.
So can I talk about how I was going through here? I was trying to do good timber maintenance and I'm looking at some of the trees that we have through here, and I selectively was removing some of these trees because we have a bunch of cedar trees on our house, our property. So I was looking at some of our oak trees that are maybe getting crowded or whatever, and trying to. She keeps cutting my head off.
Sorry, such a handsome head too.
Oh, thanks. So I'm a little feisty today. Sorry. Anyway, so we're kind of going through here and starting some of the cleaning up of the timber that have been kind of neglected. And I don't know a whole lot about how to do that, but I do know that a tree needs some space and that there's overgrowth.
Right, we have a lot of overgrowth here.
Yeah.
It's a crowded woods.
It is.
He's snuggling in.
All right.
He might fall asleep before we get back.
All right. All right, so we need to drop that tree. Bella, you want to help me?
After you do that, maybe we could hike a little more. It's just really nice out here.
That's one way to do it.
Our trail that we have through here goes up and down, but it's not too much. It's comfortable for me
And deer also
to hike it. We find deer prints. And the land that we have here is very rocky.
Look how pretty that is.
So we have a lot of these neat rocks that are above the
And in the
surface, but there are a lot
springtime-
underneath.
In the springtime, that's all ferns.
Mm-hmm.
Ferns
It's
just
really
grow
pretty.
all over.
So I was told the reason that cedar trees are so abundant here is because of the rocky ground.
Yep.
Yes. The hardwoods typically like the more lush ground.
Look at this poor tree.
So there's certain parts of our woods where it's just hardwood and no
Because
cedar.
the soil is different there.
It is. Yep.
Look how old this
By the
fencing
pasture.
is. This fencing is so old that the old tree grew into it.
Right. The people who owned this place long ago fenced. Random fencing
Wait,
throughout the
actually,
property.
it
Do you think
looks
they
like-
cut the animals down here?
They do.
So they
Yeah,
just fenced
in
off
this-
part of it?
Yep, this part right here. Actually,
What
both
could
sides.
you keep down there? Because it's so steep and just
Cows?
timber.
Cows,
Maybe they let them wander?
Sure. Well, think about what it
See, the
looked
tree
like.
grew, right?
It's probably
This
grass.
fencing's probably 60 some years old or more. What's actually amazing that if you look at it, do you see it here? Not on this though. You can still see the red paint on the top.
Wow, even
Of
though it's
the-
probably
Yeah, so there's
half a century.
there's a brand called Red Brand, right? They run fencing still to this day. They're really popular, and their fencing is actually such good quality that some of it still has paint on it.
Yeah,
He
look at-
couldn't handle the hike. Let me tuck his head up, poor guy.
You want to tighten this?
Yeah, tighten that up there.
This is the view.
This is the best view right here. So beautiful.
Up, up, and away.
So we're heading back up. There's our little house up there. Whew, that was a good walk. Now I'm ready to sit down.